Man, I've just been kind of grabbing like quick snacks since earlier, and now I want food.
Yeah, I got food. I thought I was going to eat it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like really hot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not working.
And then you're like, oh, I hate everything, and you eat it really fast just to feel the pain so you can feel something.
Just so I feel something.
Yes.
I'm scalding my tongue in the roof of my mouth.
String cheese and coffee.
String cheese and coffee.
Yeah. Because my options are like involved cooking, or going out and get something, or like shitty snacks. Like I have Oreos here too. Well, not
I thought
Oreos.
You had not Oreos.
Yes, my not Oreos.
Oh,
and peanuts. Yeah, I got those too.
Peanuts, coffee, string cheese, and fake Oreos.
Mm-hmm. Some discount chocolate chip cookies I finished off just a little while ago too. Yeah, you're eating for the pain. I'm eating for the, f you, future, Like, where's my bucket of lard? I'm going to eat that. Just feel my arteries clog.
There's a big piece of mushroom.
Too bad what you're eating isn't supposed to have mushrooms in it. Oh, no. Like, look in the toilet and be like, I don't remember eating corn.
That's like every day for me.
Next time I'm over there, I'm going to like walk into your bedroom in the middle of the night and like feed you a spoonful of corn.
Just see how much corn you can get him to eat. With that, or me.
Before you wake up.
Before you wake up. Just so they're like putting individual kernels of corn, just like, attaboy.
It's like, why did he choke to death? Well, I was feeding him corn in his sleep. What?
Well, you use like creamed corn and like an eyedropper.
Yeah, and then be like, don't worry, it was a fetish. Yeah.
Chinese corn torture.
I cannot sleep whenever I do. They feed me corn.
Or
I hate corn.
Or it will Pavlov it, and you won't be able to sleep without the smell of corn.
Like, I can't sleep unless someone's feeding me corn. And eventually you have to pay someone to come to your house because you alienate everyone you know and love.
Now, Mr. Scroderick, sir, you've hired 15 prostitutes in the past month. I can't sleep unless they bring me corn, and nobody else will come to my house anymore. Yeah, tell that to the judge, why don't you? Because, the cops where you live are all, like, Texans.
I'll be like, look, you can't prove anything bad went on. Look how I don't have chlamydia,
Yeah, also you don't have jurisdiction outside of El Paso.
Well, that's
right. What were you talking about when I came in?
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and you.
All right, let's start the episode.
I'd rather be drunk with
All right.
you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm caught outside the bar.
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 here, watching some Star Trek The Next Generation with you. We are on Season 2, Episode 6, and we are dubbing this episode The Schizoid Man. I am Shaggy B, and with me is Draco Funk.
Yeah, the shiznits and stuff.
Yeah, and that's a word we totally don't have to bleep at all, and probably won't, or I don't know if we should really. But whatever, I'm using it. And with us also is Scroderick.
Hi, I was eating because I thought we had more time again.
Man. I was about 50% really hoping I'd get through that quick enough that your mouth would still be full and you'd just be like,
well, you could have thrown it to me right away and then I would have been really screwed.
Yeah,
that would have been smarter, but So we are here again, Star Trek: The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 6, The Schizoid Man. And Draco Funk, what do you know about it?
Well, let's see. This episode originally aired January 21st, 1989. It has an IMDb rating of 7.
7.
7.
7. 7 is pretty good for a next gen. We've been watching a lot of Orville this week that are in 8s and a couple over 9 actually. But 7 has been pretty good for next gen up to this point. I liked this one if I remember everything right. Now I will qualify that by saying that with the outrageous Okana, I did not remember the whole episode and I was surprised by the rating. And so this time around that might be a little different.
It was the B plot that killed that episode.
It's actually true, and I don't remember if this has a B plot, but I do remember a lot of pretty entertaining stuff going on in this one. So I'm optimistic about that 7. I really am. You know what we should start doing again, and I realized I was thinking the other day about like how the episode how what we do has evolved a little bit, and I realized that like I used to come up with like a question for you guys on the spur of the moment.
Yeah.
And then I thought I should start doing that, and I just realized that A, I thought of that, and B, I didn't think of a question. So maybe going forward, one of us will remember to start doing that again. Let us know in the comments if you like that, or let us know anything. Actually, we haven't gotten any comments in a long time. Well, actually, I haven't checked because
we got that one comment.
We did. We got a comment from a guy who wanted us to check out his channel, and so I went to his channel, and then the only video on his channel was like 10 seconds long, and it was a picture of a handwritten sign that said, "I deleted all the videos, LOL." So, dude, who what was his name? It was like.
Didn't he say, "Hey, we have I use a sign for my..."
Yeah, because his that's what it was, because his thumbnail for his account is also a road sign. It's the most amazing top 10s Florida is the guy's name, and his picture is a Florida Highway 10 sign. And yeah, I just opened it, and it's a 23-second long video. And okay, so it's not handwritten. It's a screenshot from Minecraft where he posted a sign up somewhere that says, "Hey," presumably some other YouTube user, "I privated all the videos because I am too ashamed."
So we did check him out.
Yeah, we did.
But
oh man! And on the side is a link to another channel that is the most amazing top 9s Florida. With a Highway 9 shield. You know what? Highway 47 is subscribing to both of these channels right now.
Okay.
So, most amazing top 9s and 10s of Florida. We hope you come and listen to our stuff, because
should we do a top 47?
We should, in fact. That's actually a really good idea. That's a good idea for like a podcast.
Top 47 Florida man stories.
Oh god.
Oh man, I am in. Like if we each choose, let's see. If we each choose
15.
I was going to say 16. Then we would have 48 and we could throw one out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for this.
Are we really doing Florida man stories?
I mean,
there have been a lot.
There have been a lot. In fact, and I'm actually seriously considering going to this. In Jacksonville, Florida, in July, on like July 26th, there's a minor league baseball team that is they are doing a Florida man night for one of their games.
Uh-huh.
and I guess I don't know what they're going to do with it, except that the one thing that they've promised is that like they will break a law every inning of the game. So, and I'm gonna I was looking at this, and just for kicks, I looked up the ballpark and all that, and the tickets are really cheap. Like the best seats in the whole stadium were like $20, and that comes with a $10 food voucher.
Wow.
Yeah, and Jacksonville for me is like a 6 or 7 hour drive. So I am totally, and it's like a Friday night. I mean, I don't, I can take off. I can not be working at that time. Anyway, I can be on vacation and all that. So yeah, I am seriously considering doing that.
What time is it?
Out of it. I think it's like evening, like 6 or 7 in the evening.
Well, it is illegal in Florida to fart in public after 6 p.m.
Well, guess I'll be using that food voucher on like nachos or something. I don't know.
Persons may not be inappropriately attired who work at a hot dog stand.
Man, I don't work at a hot dog stand. Well, you know the origin of Florida Man, right? Like the reason that all the news is full of like psycho people from Florida doing weird stuff and getting arrested for it.
Yeah, I'm aware of like there's the trope of like weird people from Florida.
Yeah, but do you know why?
No.
Okay, the actual reason is that whenever an arrest is made, there is a state law in Florida that anytime anyone is arrested, they have to put a news release in the local news media. So whenever there's a slow news day, all that anybody who works for some major media outlet has to do is just Google up like the local police blotter newspaper reports for just wherever they feel like in Florida, and they're going to find all kinds of insane shit because they have to report it to the news. Yeah, so it's not necessarily that, I mean, and it might be that there are more weirdos in Florida, like, who knows, really? But it's just, like, by law, they have to tell everybody about it all the time. Yeah, so that's why it ends up making the news.
So a lot more reporting.
Yeah, that's what it actually is.
Do you know in Florida chickens are considered a protected species?
Well, I've eaten chicken in Florida before.
And I'm hungry for some sacred chicken. Whoa, chicken. Whoa, chicken.
Oh, chicken.
Oh, when chicken. Having sex, only the missionary position is legal.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Is that one of the laws they're going to break during the baseball game?
Oh, and the third baseman, and oh no.
There's going to be like a hot dog dude in like a gimp suit. And then
farting as he slides into third, and then
and by slides into third, what we actually
we mean into the third baseman.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little too explicit for Highway 47, but what it isn't is missionary.
Well, you can just bleep that out; it'll be even better.
Exactly.
What we mean is.
Yeah.
Depends.
You can bleep this part out. Oh wait.
Oh, hang on. You get the. Let me get the
music. Hold on. I'm ready.
Okay, go for it.
Well, I was ready.
Okay.
Crap.
We have a new protocol, by the way.
I got an ad.
That when we have to edit something long out, we're playing copyrighted music in the background so that we can't use it.
Okay. In the state that you live in, is considered a creature.
I believe that. Here, where I live, really.
Sex. Stay in the position. Shades pool.
Here, wow. I know that are illegal a couple of states away.
Persons in possession of must pay.
I knew that one too, actually.
Organization may not hold while
or in costume. That one kind of makes sense because they were trying to stop clan activity. Yeah.
Dog.
16 yards of cloth.
Okay.
All right, this is Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 6, Episode 30 overall, titled The Schizoid Man, or
And we're watching this on Netflix, and Strahd is going to tell us all about it because we haven't done it yet.
Oh, shit.
Forgot
so, fucking damn. Oh.
All right, go ahead.
Was that Top Gear that they did that?
Probably. They put the word penis in every orifice.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think it was James May on the radio doing that. Anyhow.
I think it was, yeah.
James May's quote from the Grand Tour last night. Meat torpedo, or beef torpedo.
Beef torpedo.
Well, we are about to get beefy here, so
right.
Get your beef torpedoes ready.
And we say go, fire them at that play button. With a mighty splat. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So we're watching this on Netflix. Go ahead and get your player started. Pause it. There is a 10-second rewind button, or there is the slider. The slider on this works better than on Hulu. But get your player to the 0 mark. Well, there isn't a 0 mark on Netflix. I'm too used to doing this on Hulu.
I have a 0 mark.
Well, it's like the counter, like the default counter on Netflix counts down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the maximum possible is the beginning. Yeah.
So you should have 45:38.
Yes.
Maybe they're not watching this on Netflix.
If you're not watching it on Netflix, then you probably should put the counter at 0.
Yes.
If you're watching
it
this
would make sense if it was at 0 for everything.
If you're watching this on Hulu, pause us every time there's a commercial break.
Because we found Hulu gets way behind.
If you're watching this on a VCR, your counter could say like anything unless you reset it.
It's like, oh, I put a turbocharger on my VCR motor. Now I'm way ahead of everybody.
Also, it's whistling really loud, and I can't.
My VCR is naturally aspirated, though.
Yeah, that's good.
But anyhow, get your beef torpedo over your mouse button or manipulator over the play button on whatever device you're watching this on. And Shaggy B is going to give you a 5-second countdown. So when he says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go ahead and torpedo that manipulator button thing.
Can I just say that put your beef torpedo on the little mouse button sounds far dirtier.
Well, get that beef torpedo ready to go. Make sure it is. You'll probably have to edit that out. That was bad.
I'm not sure where the line's going to be on these.
Or you might have to overdub this with something like proper.
Yeah.
You're just gonna like Scrouder's gonna start, and you're just gonna like put a record scratching sound. Okay, Scrodrick devolved into something.
I had a stroke again. I'm sorry.
Your what again?
I had a stroke with my beef torpedo.
Gentlemen, when you are ready to play. All right, there we go.
All right. How much of a copyrighted bit can you keep in? Well, I know that's open source, but
less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
See, you could just have that just a little tiny clip in there, even.
I might be able to, yeah. Well, and ostensibly, Mozart's music isn't copyrighted, and so not every single recording of it should be, under Content ID, but we saw how that worked when I used classical music.
That was my concern, but that was actually really good. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll try it. All right. This is Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 6, The Schizoid Man, or as we have lovingly redubbed it, The Shiznit Man. And it is episode 30 overall, and we are going to start it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Shiznit. Ooh, a reverse shot.
Oh, Dr. Pulaski.
He is the shiznit. Remember the last time they met up with a guy who lived in relative isolation on a remote planet? The guy who broke time?
I think they should like round up all these guys who are living in isolation, like who are apparently really smart scientists or whatever.
Put them in some sort of facility, like a camp or something.
Well, because this isn't the last time they go and meet somebody who's like living in isolation with his wife, and
It's true.
he tries to like frame Riker for murder.
Yeah.
There's the guy who convinces Data to like steal the ship and lock everybody out of it just to visit him.
That's Dr. Soon.
Yeah. And he's like a crazy scientist who lives on his own on a planet doing research. Oh, Geordi started talking about women and feelings, and I totally tuned out.
He's yes, Geordi. It's
What was he doing outside the door?
oh yeah. This
Oh
one.
God! I remember this now.
I know it's coming.
Check out my gimp suit.
Almost.
I'm completely naked.
See how fully functional I am. Oh.
It's not quite full enough to be an 80s beard, though. I'm literally stroking my beard like that right now.
Me too.
And I am so smart right now. I can see the blue screen and reflecting off the side of the blue screen.
I really wish they would have like kept that for at least the rest of this episode.
Yeah. I sorry, but I don't have communications control. Oh, wait.
Well, Wesley had to do it because Worf wasn't at his station.
That's true. He was back there. What if
stroking his beard?
So wait, so the console behind Worf shows you when messages are coming in, but the console in front of Worf is where you send messages.
Hey, see that skip intro button if you're watching this on Netflix? Don't hit it.
I missed it. It disappeared.
You had a misfire with your beef torpedo.
Happens to the best of us, man.
It does, yeah. I mean, we're not getting any younger. I had a joke in mind before you said that, and I don't remember it at all now.
Man, I'm gonna go get a brownie. I'll be right back.
Wrong note's still there.
Yep. I hadn't noticed it before, until you guys started pointing it out, and then it's like, yeah, now I hear it every time.
Yeah, to be fair, I only noticed it about, 2 or 3 years ago.
And probably my last watch of Next Gen was before that, so...
Yeah. I think I watched through it. I've done it within the past 5 years. Probably 2017.
Yeah, I'm due for a rewatch of all the Star Trek series.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Enterprise too. It has aged better.
It has, yeah.
I appreciate it more now than back then.
Yeah. All right.
The Shiznit Man.
Oh no, it's the Ferengi.
It USS.
The USS requesting emergency?
Yes.
Damn, that's an unfortunate ship name. Mm.
The Constantinople, by the time they get there, it's going to be the
It'll be the
Istanbul.
Istanbul, yeah.
Not like we have shuttles or anything.
Separate the ship.
Drop out of warp. Beam them up.
Oh yeah, the thing that they do the one time in this episode, but never again. Down warping?
Nobody wanted to correct him.
He knows medicine.
Whoa, that was shaky.
It was.
So where's O'Brien?
He wanted LaForge to handle it.
Keiko's yelling at him.
He doesn't know Keiko yet.
Right.
Ooh. Different observation on shot. Too late.
Oh. That's your problem. Bye.
Why don't they tell anybody anything?
Well, they tried, didn't they? Didn't they like try sending messages? Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley tried. That's why.
You're thinking of the Orville where they just like showed up at Kalon.
Hi.
I'm like 13.
This raises so many.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yep. His left arm is stuck up like that. Only her. And Vulcan's even less than that.
Man, this just raises even more and more questions.
Yep.
I never realized how creepy this episode was until just now.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah. Check out my beef torpedo. I should rip your head off.
Sealar might be a Romulan.
That's true.
And there's a much better example standing right here, but I'm not going to suggest it.
Oh, he's next to like another, like, he's like next to a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Get the probulator away from me.
He's got a bad case of the not gaze.
Causes uncontrollable bowel movements.
Oh, there's one.
Spontaneous bowel movements.
Commercial break. We're back.
That's how he earned the name, the Shiznit Man. We wasted our time. Oh, wait.
Sounds pretty simple. Good thing
Yeah.
Dr. Pulaski stayed.
Yeah. That's a bomb behind him in that case. It's got a countdown timer.
I whistle it to all my girlfriends.
After I tell them to call me Grandpa.
It's a pet name.
It is indeed. Pay taxes and then you die. Yep. I'll show you what pain is.
I mean, it can
especially
be.
lust. Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
I'll show you what it is.
Time to slide into third.
I don't think he's dressed appropriately.
I'll just give it some time.
Yeah. What do you think happened to his beard?
It's in a drawer.
Yeah.
Spot ate it.
Aw. Yeah. That's astonishingly accurate.
That's why he makes me do all that?
If I were older now. Yeah, I'm only 12.
Now he's just gonna break down.
Yeah.
So, where did he...
Look at how awesome this guy is. He's so cool. He's so smart. So beautiful.
Hmm.
The unfortunate part is that it runs CPM, and nobody's going to know how to retrieve it. All I have are Apple II formatted discs.
Oh, it's Unix based, vulnerable to Y2K.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you show me where that is?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah, I like where he put it.
Okay.
Turning you off turns me on, Data.
It's like, oh god, where's her arm?
He died of awesome. Because he is
Such a
so
beautiful
cool.
Commercial
man.
break. We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Wee woo woo.
He kept no notes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's that effect again.
Whoosh!
I thought they only did that once in that other episode. And how badass that wish was.
Meet me on the holodeck 4.
Yeah. Oh, hey, more spheres.
So I know he had a plan, but how's he going to pretend to be Data this whole time?
I think not very well is the answer.
Commander Data, you have a duty right now. Where are you? He told me a lot of things.
Like your bra size.
Can you call me Grandpa?
It would have been illegal.
He's legally obligated to inform you of.
So if you are a sex offender and you transfer your brain into a robot and then die, does the robot have to notify everybody in its neighborhood? When's your birthday again?
How did she end up on his planet?
Her father died. So cool. So we commit the shiznit to the stars. That face, that glorious face.
Nobody realizes Data's acting weird. Actually, everybody kind of does.
Yeah.
All you'd have to say is like, sorry, he told me to say that.
Yeah.
Why is Dr. Solar there? I mean, shouldn't
Well, he's
Pulaski
like-
be there? It's like all the other senior staff, and then
And then yeah. And
Well,
then-
Dr. Solar's like, well, Dr. Graves did, check out my rack before he died, so
Yeah.
I better be here,
I sort of met him and everybody else hates him, so I guess I'll show up.
Oh no.
Dr. Solar is probably like, I did not love him.
Isn't he so cool?
Where's Chief O'Brien?
That's a good question. Hey, you're gonna need to get off of the transporter pad now, little girl. It's gonna. You don't want to go out to space.
Why didn't they fire him out of the torpedo tube? That's
Uh-huh.
so much cooler.
Maybe he invented something to do with the transporter. The shiznit.
The shiznit cometh, the shiznit goeth.
Yes, the shiznit taketh away.
Come on, Jean-Luc. I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Except for Lore, Dr. Soon, before your mother.
Oh yeah.
And technically your head that's still buried in San Francisco.
Yeah, is that okay? So is that like a relative, or is that equivalent to like a clone or twin?
So as soon as you said twin, I was thinking Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Shouldn't he be on duty or something?
Eh.
Commercial break, we're back.
Hey, ooh. Well, being the only one on the ship who can notice emotions.
Orphan?
Oh, and the actor for Dr. Graves passed away January 6th, 2019.
Oh wow,
Oh.
man! That
Because
sucks.
he was on it's because he was on Babylon 5.
Oh yeah, they've all died this year.
No, but a surprisingly large amount of the cast members of Babylon 5 have actually passed away.
Ugh.
Oh, Walter Koenig is still around.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Sorry.
I mean, the guy who played Sinclair, their doctor, um, Jakar.
Hmm.
Just remember, if you, it's
Badass.
okay.
Yeah. Just feeling a little bit awesome today.
All he would have to say is, "Grandpa gave me an upgrade," since he was all smart and sung and stuff.
Is it me or is like the captain like kind of flirting with her?
I mean,
Well,
there are.
Uh, 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 you
Only someone as cool as him would notice this.
Whoop your ass. Oh wait.
what? Did he like completely forget he's Data?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yeah, Skull's still
Smash the
on.
windows.
Yeah. I want him to do the Family Guy thing and like cut to a Regalian ox with like really bad like asthma. He's like, like shaking, you know. It's like a whole flock of them like that, or like a whole herd, you know. They're all coughing and shaking and falling over. Dude. Dude. It's like a
It's like
space
electro.
lasso. Yeah.
It's like an electro hula hoop.
Yeah. Okay, Dad.
Mm.
A good long counseling session. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 blah. They're all penises. Blah, blah, blah. This one.
Some meat
Penises and
torpedo.
skulls. Oh, what? Skull, 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 skull. Oh, flame, skull.
I hate all of these things.
Was that Genesis?
Oh, yeah. But Genesis is in there a lot. Genesis! I mean, yeah, you can speculate. Like, yeah, maybe he's actually a Regalian Ox. Maybe he lost all his money in the stock market. Maybe he ate some bad sushi. I mean, we can speculate all day.
Data has lost his mind.
Awesome, yet dead.
What?
So, like, push the button and shut him off.
Commercial break. We're back.
Woo!
Really?
But he's probably on the holodeck with a bunch of Mocklins.
Yep. How about
Unless he kills some people.
could talk to someone subtle like Guinan?
Yeah?
Hey, Guinan, if he does anything weird, let us know.
Looking out the window, having a sphere.
Why is there so many, like, balls in this episode?
Oh, well.
Because Dr. Graves had so many, they just couldn't be contained. And they're all huge.
I'll kill all of them.
There's an off button.
About 15 minutes. I found out I'm fully functional.
But I'll be at least 20 by then.
I was really glad you were dead.
When I watched you shower.
Now I can shatter your pelvis. Well, it's not her into the machine he wants right now.
No. It's the other way around. Well, time to go do some bad things.
I'm being discreet.
I am really having trouble with the fact that Dr. Solara has sideburns. And I feel bad about that. But, you know, as much as I can't. You know what I mean?
I was having a different issue with her.
What's that?
She's the mother of Worf's child.
Oh, yeah, she is, isn't she?
Yep.
What?
It's the same actress
as Kalar.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Wow, his comm badge is on crooked.
Isn't this the one where Geordi's like knocked out in the corner?
I think so. One beef torpedo could have taken him right out. You need actual meat intestines. Or I might like it. Hard to say. Yep.
Oh, that was an accident. I slipped.
Yeah. Three in a minute. He's about to punch me out.
Picard sneaking close. That way he can take him out. Yeah.
Yeah. Not entirely.
He's the only known non-killer Sung android.
That's a good point.
No!
Oh, man.
Told you 3.
Ah, crap.
Oh, man. I didn't even feel that. What the hell? Before I feel.
Where are they now?
They're at Starbase 6.
Oh, what happened?
No, tell me where he is.
We beamed him into space. Oh.
Yeah.
That was lore.
Ran out of torpedoes, so we had to just
So just the beef?
Why is Data's desk up on cinder blocks?
He couldn't afford a real desk? Where's my beard?
Yeah.
Let's not
Let's
do
not
anything.
test it.
Hey, don't explain it to him or anything. It's at least 10 or 12 megabytes worth of information.
Oh, he's going to take over the Enterprise now.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Data's computer is isolated, remember? It's its own thing.
You assaulted. You may have hit the captain, Geordi, some other engineering crew, and broke somebody's
Broke a little girl's fingers, yeah. Man, that guy was so cool.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. I mean, just he was just so cool. So yeah, that episode was basically what I remembered. And it flies pretty much on the entire platform of Brent Spiner just being awesome. You know, and there was a good, Brent Spiner and Patrick Stewart scene. Shades of First Contact a few years later when they're the two that have the climactic climax.
You want to rephrase that?
Confrontation is the word I was trying to find and couldn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Just torpedoed that one right there.
That's right. But yeah, anytime you can get Patrick Stewart and Brent Spiner to do a scene together, you've got good stuff. And I both appreciate that. I both wish they had done more of that throughout the series, and realize that it would have stolen the show away from everybody else. And it's you can really tell that they understood that, because all of the movies, had all 4 of them had significant chunks of the movie that were those two actors playing off of each other, and it's the best talent they had. So whenever you get the chance to see that, it's going to be good. That's kind of all I have to say about it. What do you guys have to say?
Yeah, I mean, we did have the subject of people artificially extending their life, but it was just sort of a plot device. But I guess in 1989, that would have been something to think about for a lot of American TV viewers, that weren't exposed to ideas like that. So,
well, and I suppose it kind of from an 80s perspective. There's the old saying that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, right? And and between this and like the finale of season 1, the neutral zone with the cryogenic freezing, the scientific opinion wasn't as defined then as it is now about, well, our knowledge of death was less than it is now. And I wouldn't go so far as to say that we understand death, that we understand the transition to death and all that stuff. That's, we're never going to completely get a full picture of that. But I think sort of the public perception and certainly the cultural awareness of the possibilities of extending life or reanimating, quote unquote, resuming life after a pause with some certain techniques and preparations and so forth. I think we had more of an open mind about that, and I think we probably were a little more fanciful and we had more fantastic, and I mean that literally, ideas about what was possible with that than we do today. You don't see like cryogenically frozen people in plots in today's sci-fi, and you don't see necessarily you put somebody in a computer and are they the same thing sort of questions. It's a product of its time in that sense for sure.
Well, I want to wake up in the year 3000 with a head museum there.
Right. Yeah, and that's true, I guess. So but even that, at this point, that's been 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Futurama premiered on New Year's Eve of 1990. 19 years and 4 months ago. so yeah. Anyway, Draco Funk, you were gonna say?
His character seemed a lot more creepy now than it did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're also much more, in tune with that stuff these days.
We are,
I guess, than we were when. Well, we were also younger.
That's true.
Like, I know in 1989 that would have went right over my head. Like most of that. Wow, that guy's really overbearing.
Yeah, and I remember the first few times I saw this being certainly uncomfortable. Probably to the degree of like, I don't, like cringy, and I don't really want to look at the screen, and during the eulogy. Yeah. But I didn't get that same sense of like danger as I do now as a grown man watching it. Yeah.
Like, that is a man that has to go around his neighborhood informing people of things.
Oh yeah, that's a man that definitely should live alone on his own planet. And whether that's for the safety of everybody else or just so that we don't have to deal with him, and who knows, I mean, he did say to the girl, whatever her name was, that, he did say, I can love you now like I never could. I can tell you now like I never could. So he at least, he God.
He processed that he was inappropriately tooled.
Yeah, and he may have been grooming her, but he did not proceed beyond that, is what I was going to say. Which is a lesser deal,
Yeah. Well, he didn't expect that he was going to have a robot body. He was just going to upload himself into the probulator and be done with it.
Yeah, he yeah, and he in his plan was he was with this beautiful girl that he legitimately enjoyed her company, but also had inappropriate feelings toward. And his thought was that he would die and at least have her there to keep him company, and that would be it. And is that situation really something that we need to pull out the pitchforks and chase down? I don't know. It was only when he got the virile young robot body that he kind of went a little insane with it.
Let's see, about how old is Data in this chronologically?
Close to 30. Like a little under, I think.
No, I think he's only like 20.
I don't remember. Well, in Star Trek Generations, which is 6 years after this, he mentions that he has been in existence for 34 years.
Huh.
Which would make him 28-ish at this point.
Okay.
And I think in the pilot or one of the early episodes of season 1, he mentions it was when they visited on Theta. He said that he was discovered 26 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so that corroborates with that. So yeah, he's not, he's not a teenager, but he's.
Well, there was the Wesley line of that much older than me, but like 28 wouldn't be that much older than 19 or whatever.
Yeah, 10 years, which seems like that's a lot to compared to a teenager, I suppose.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, I was joking about the young woman's age, but I don't think she wasn't 13. Obviously, she was at least
14.
At least like 16. But whatever. But man, wasn't he so cool?
He was the shiznit.
He was the shiznit. All right, and we leave you with the shiznit. The Shiznit Man, the Schizoid Man. Join us next time. Join us for some Orville midweek and some Star Trek Next Generation end of week, roughly. Schedules are weird in the spring. One-offs when we get them. See you around.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
To me.